All right, let's move on to question number 131. A rather simple question, and therefore with straightforward answer. Identify stakeholder. The process where you not only identify the stakeholders, you also prioritize, because this is what we do. Here it is written as classification, which is basically we use power interest grid or the salience model or the power influence grid or the impact influence grid or the 3D model or the cube, whichever method. There's so many ways to prioritize the stakeholders. All of them are done in the process called identify stakeholders. Remember, in the process identify stakeholders, we not only identify all stakeholders, we also prioritize them. All right, let's move on to question number 132. And the correct answer is actually RAM. Some people think it is OBS, but actually, OBS has something to do with organizational breakdown structure, that which kind of organization or which function will do certain things. But here we are actually listing out, we're talking about plan resource management. So which are the tools used in the process plan resource management, which map specific resources, not organizations, not whole functions, but specific resources to work packages, and that is RAM, which is responsibility assignment matrix. By the way, if in the question instead of RAM they had written RACI, RACI, that would have also been the answer, because remember, RAM is equal to RACI. Perfect. All right. What if the question said, which is the process, which is the tool which actually links functions and organizations to specific packages of WBS? Then the answer would have been organizational breakdown structure, right? That is just to answer the question that you might have thought that, okay, then in what case do we use OBS? Right, there you go. All right. By the way, did you know that there is a book which is completely colored and it's only about the notes for PMP exams? All the notes, tips and tricks that would probably need for acing PMP exam. And that's available in a book called Ninja Notes. Have a look. It's all colored from inside. All right. Where do you find this? Ninja Notes for PMP 2021? Well, let's go to Amazon.com. Pass Notes, right? That's it. Read and Pass Notes. That's my publication. And you have a few other books, and this is the book that I'm talking about. Now, this is available in two different versions. One is Kindle, which is for $9, and the paperback, which is completely colored from inside, is $38. Paperback is now available only for US and a few other European and Japanese clients. In India, we have only the Kindle version. If you're from India, you'll just have to go to Amazon.in, and over here you'll have to type the same thing, read and pass notes, and voila, you'll get the same. So you have for $449. All right, so now let's continue on to question number 133. And the correct answer is A, identify risks. So what's happening here? Ian is a PMP certified project manager and he wants to build a risk register for his project. At which step of the risk management process does he does that? Well, risk register is an output of the process called identify risk. Yes, risk register is an output of other processes of risk management as well, in the form of document updates. But the first time it becomes an output of a process, it is identify risk, and therefore among the options provided, this is the correct option. All right, let's move on to question number 134. And the correct answer is absolutely B, right? I'm pretty sure you got this right. To have a representative idea of the population, since checking the full population is not feasible. By population, I don't mean actual population of the people. Sometimes it is. Yes, basically, population means checking everything. Right. So if you're producing matchsticks, the all the individual matchsticks in all the match boxes is called the population, right? So would you like to check all of them? Right? It's not feasible, right? That's the reason why you need to take a sample from different batches and then do some tests on those samples. And then whatever that you see over there, whatever that you observe, and you figure out, okay, 5% of these are bad. So you'll say, okay, 5% of my entire population will always have a problem. Right. So you do the sampling, do the test on it, and whatever that you get in that test as a result on that sample, you project it onto the rest of the population, right? Because otherwise, checking the entire population is, wow, very expensive. It's very time taking. All right, let's move on to question number 135. And the correct answer is B, project charter. See, for projects with adaptive life cycles, all of the processes below are repeated in each iteration of the project, except, so this is an except question. So you will actually look back at cost estimates, you will do the defined scope again. You might have to do WPS dictionary again, but the one thing that will never change in a project, that is project charter.